Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game 5 of the 1979 World Series. Welcome back to Three Rivers Stadium, where the World Series is tied at 2 games apiece between the National League representative Pittsburgh Pirates and the American League team, the Milwaukee Brewers. And we have starting pitchers this evening for the Milwaukee Brewers, staff ace Jim Slaton. And now on the mound to start off the game for the Pirates is John Candelaria. He is facing leadoff batter Paul Molitor. Let's get things underway. Molitor with a 6-8 pops up behind first. Stargell gets underneath that, no problem at all for out number 1. Sixto Lezcano, right fielder. Pitch from Candelaria, 6-6, and low on the split. Lines hard to Bill Madlock. He gets all over that one, so that is out number 2. Puts that one away. Cecil Cooper, first baseman. 6-12, ground ball back to the box. Candelaria fields that, gets it over to Willie Stargell, and that is scoreless for the Brewers in the top of the first. Pittsburgh Pirates come up with their first opportunity to do something on offense. Slaton on the mound, Omar Moreno. 6-7, ground ball, second base X. Molitor's a 2 with a 12. Hard rap at Paul Molitor. He fields it cleanly, gets it over to Cecil Cooper. That is 1 away, bottom of the first. Brings up third baseman Bill Madlock. Mad Dog. 5-10, and Madlock takes the high pitch, 3-1. Gets him on base. Slaton issues the walk. 1 out, 1 on. Dave Parker at the plate. 2-8, and Parker goes down swinging. Slaton with his first strikeout of what he probably hopes to be many, I'm sure. Willie Stargell with 2 outs. Madlock on first base. 6-8, pops up behind second base. Paul Molitor back, puts his glove up, lets the ball fall down, and we are scoreless after 1. So the Brewers come up top of the second. Cleanup batter Ben Ogilvy. 1-7, and Candelaria catches him looking at one on the outside high corner. That is strikeout 1 for the Candyman. Charlie Moore, the home run hitting, base stealing catcher. And that is a 4-8 fly ball to right field. Dave Parker nestles underneath it. Didn't have to go far. Came pretty much right to him. That is out number 2. Gorman Thomas, center fielder for the Brewers. 4-6 fly ball to left field. Bill Robinson, he camps underneath it, and that ball comes down right in his glove. So nothing doing for the Brew Crew at the top of 2. Pirates come up in the bottom of the second. Slaton facing Bill Robinson. 2-9 fly ball to left field. Ben Ogilvy gets underneath it, and he brings it in. Fields it cleanly for out number 1. Phil Garner, second baseman, scrap iron. 6-9, lines out hard to Robin Yount. He gets his glove all over it. He just seemed to know where that was going to be in space and time, and he was there. Out number 2 brings up Ed Ott, catcher for the Pirates. That is a 5-10, and Ed Ott draws a walk. Second free pass issued by Jim Slaton this evening. Tim Foley, 2 out, man on. With a 2-11, hits a hard ground ball to Robin Yount. Yount picks it up. He gets it over to Cecil Cooper for out number 3. No problem. Routine ground ball. Scoreless after 2 innings. And Yount, after that good defensive play, comes up to lead off the top of the third against John Candelaria. 6-6, and hits the high split for a single. So Robin Yount, first Brewer on base against John Candelaria. Candy had a no-hitter going for 2 innings. Sal Bando with Robin Yount on first. Sal Bando's going to bunt him around. 5. Batters thrown out by the pitcher. Runners advance 1 base, so Bando lays down the bunt and gets the job done with the 1-3 sack. Yount moves to second. So we have a man on second with one away. Which brings up Jim Slaton. And I think Jim Slaton's going to try to lay it down too. 8. Batter is thrown out by first baseman. Runners advance a base. We'll call that 3-4 sack. Just for poops and grins. But with 2 outs, Robin Yount is on third base. Leadoff batter Paul Molitor. He had hit 5 hits in a row up until his last at-bat in last night's game. Lined out, popped out behind first, his first time up. Candelaria's pitch, 4-6, fly ball to left field. Bill Robinson is back. He's racing to the warning track, and he gets his glove on it, makes the play. Out number 3. Brewers have a chance, but they cannot capitalize. So that brings us to the bottom of the third. Pirates are up. John Candelaria facing Slaton. 4-8, and John Candelaria slaps a single right up the gap. Thomas fields it, brings it back into Molitor, but John Candelaria stands on first base. Go back to the top of the order, and Omar Moreno. One out, no out, one on. 5-7, and Moreno goes down swinging. Out number 1. Bill Madlock. He's going to try to, no, he's going to swing away. 298 during the regular season. 1-8, ground ball to third. Bando picks it up over to Molitor. Molitor to Cooper. Double play ends the inning. They double up on Candelaria. So we have a scoreless ball game after 3 innings. Pirates and Brewers are looking to make something happen. Sixto Lezcano is going to lead off the top of the 4th against John Candelaria and the Pittsburgh Pirates. That is a 6-12 hit back to the box. Candelaria snags it. Gets it over to Stargell. 1 away. Glad we're not playing in Milwaukee. That's a whole bunch of injuries rolling. Cecil Cooper, first base. 1 out pitch from Candelaria. 6-5. Misses a skinny split on top, so Cooper is on base with a single. He'd have had a double if he'd have rolled a 1. Cooper on first. 1 down. Ben Ogilvie comes up. 2-10, and Ogilvie just misses the triple split. He gets a no-star double. Cooper around to third. Cooper's trucking home, and he scores. RBI double for Ben Ogilvie. Cecil Cooper scores. 1 out, man on second, and the Brewers take a 1-0 lead here in Game 5. Charlie Moore. 2-6, a 2-star single. That's an RBI single for Charlie Moore. And the Brewers start bringing them around the bases. Ben Ogilvie scores. Seen it happen a bunch of times in the playoffs. Gorman Thomas, man on first, 1 out. 1-9, and Thomas goes down swinging at knee cheese. Hard, fast pitch, down and in. Robin Yount with 2 outs. Charlie Moore on first. Candelaria's pitch, 6-4. Robin Yount has a double. No stars. Moore is around to third. Moore is trucking for home, and on a 114, he is in there. RBI double for Robin Yount. Charlie Moore scores. The home run hitting, base stealing, legging it out catcher. His name's getting longer and longer. Sal Bando against Candelaria. Yount on second, 5-6, 2 outs, and Bando goes down swinging, strike 3. But the Brewers do a little bit of damage top of the 4th. Here we go to the Pirates. Dave Parker will lead things off for Pittsburgh. Slaton on the mound. 5-3 ground ball pitcher X. He's fielding at a 2 with a 20 and rolling again. 17 hit hard back to the box. Slaton picks it up. He gets it over to Cooper for out number 1. Brings up number 8, Pops. Willie Stargell, first baseman. Cleanup. Jim Slaton's pitch, 6-11, fly ball right field X. Lezcano's a 1, looking for a 4. It's a deep fly ball to right field. Sixto Lezcano gets underneath it near the foul line, and he hauls it in, makes the catch for out number 2. Bill Robinson, left fielder, needs some magic here. 1-7, and he goes down swinging. That's magic for Slaton, not quite what I was referring to. And your score after 4, Milwaukee Brewers 3, Pittsburgh Pirates 0. Leading off the inning for the Brewers, top of the 5th will be Jim Slaton. Facing Candelaria, 1-5, he goes down swinging, strike 3. So with 1 away, Brewers are back to the top of the order for the 3rd time through the lineup. Paul Molitor. Candelaria's pitch, 6-5, and with that split of 6, that is a single for Paul Molitor. Molitor is on first, a 115 stealing. They're going to hold him. He's going to go, and he's thrown out. 2-6, SBX, 2 down. Sixto Lezcano at the plate. Molitor has been almost carefree with his base stealing. That is a single for Lezcano. Would not have scored Molitor, but it would have put him on 3rd with 1 down. Never know if that run might come back to haunt him. Cecil Cooper, 2 outs, man on first. Candelaria's pitch, 4-7, and Cooper goes down swinging. That is strike 3, end of the Brewers' 5th inning. We go to the Pirates at the bottom of the frame. Phil Garner, scrap iron, is going to lead off the inning against Jim Slaton. 4-7, and Garner gets a single. That is the 2nd hit that Slaton has given up this evening. 1 walk, 2 walks, 2 singles. He has struck out 2, given up no runs. Ed Ott, man on first, 1 away. 1-7, grounds hard to Sal Bando at 3rd. Bando has enough to get it to Garner, get it to Molitor at 2nd, but does not get to first for Ott. Fielder's choice. Throw a little bit late coming down, could not turn 2. So 1 away. Where is it? There it is. Tim Foley with Ott on first. Slaton's pitch, 5-12, hard ground ball to Cecil Cooper. And he walks over and steps on the plate to force out Foley. Ott, strangely, had enough of a lead. Gets to 2nd. And with 2 down, that'll bring up John Candelaria. And that is a 5-7. And Candelaria goes down swinging, straight 3. So after 5, the Brewers have a good 3-0 lead. Ben Ogilvie will lead off top of the 6th against John Candelaria. 3-9, fly ball to deep right field. Dave Parker is back. Parker gets his glove up and brings it in for out number 1. Relays it into Phil Garner as Charlie Moore comes to the plate, takes a couple of swings. Candelaria gets ready to wind up in the pitch. 5-8, and Charlie Moore connects on this. A deep fly ball headed for left field. Bill Robinson back to the track, watches it go overhead. Home run, Charlie Moore. This guy. Charlie Moore scores. Wow. If the Brewers pull this series off, Charlie Moore may well be the series MVP. So far, he's 7 of 17, a double triple, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, 6 runs scored. He has had one heck of a game at the plate. He really has. It's amazing. Gorman Thomas facing John Candelaria. 3-6. And he hits a scalding line drive at Madlock. Madlock pulls it in. 2 away. Robin Yount comes up, the shortstop, facing John Candelaria. 5-9 on Candelaria's card, and Yount hits one to the corner. He's rounding second. He gets into third, no problem. Triple for Robin Yount, 2 outs. Top of the 5th. Sal Bando with a man 90 feet away to get another insurance run for the Brewers. 4-11. Ground ball to first, X result. Stargell was a 4 with a 15. Ground ball hit at Willie Stargell, and Willie Stargell boots it. E3. Unearned run. Robin Yount scores. Does that count as an RBI? I'm going to have to consult the rules. I don't know if an error counts as an RBI. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to check that out. Gah, I love looking at the rules. Digging through them. It's an unearned run, though, because that would have been the 3rd out in any subsequent run also. So, Slaton comes up. Bando on first, 1-6. Slaton goes down swinging for out number 3. The Brewers, plate 2 in the top of the 6th. So we go to the top of the order. The Pirates need to get something going now. They are down by 5. Omar Moreno, 4-8. And he gets a single. 3rd time through the order going for the Buccos. Omar Moreno being held. Goes from his 117 by Moore to his 114. Stealing second. Getting it. Paul Molitor can do it. Omar Moreno can do it. Bill Madlock can swing away. 1-2. Pops out behind third base. Sal Bando is racing back to get it, and he bags it. But Bill Madlock, he twisted something up pretty bad on that one. So we'll have to see how that goes. We've got 1 down. Man on first, Dave Parker at the plate. 4-4, and Parker gets a single. Omar Moreno rounding third, headed for home, and he is in there. Omar Moreno scores. RBI single for Dave Parker. So Parker stands on first. Willie Stargell at the plate, 1 away. Moore is holding Stargell. Takes him from Parker from a 115 to a 112. And Parker's going to steal second. Yes, he is. Parker with a stolen base. So Parker is on second. Pirates are on fire. Willie Stargell. 2-7. I'll just miss it. He's flirting with that 2-8 home run like nobody's stinking business. Why didn't he just roll it and get it over with? Bill Robinson to the plate. 2 outs. Man on second. Ground ball back to the box. Slaton gets it. Gets it over to Cecil Cooper. Out number 3. It's not a lot, but the Bucks do plate a run. Your score after 6. Milwaukee 5. Pittsburgh 1. Lock did indeed seem to pull something in his back, so we're going to have a defensive change. Garner is moving to third base. Rennie Stennett is coming in to play second. So here we go, top of the 7th. Paul Molitor facing Candelaria. 5-5. Hits a hard ground ball to Stennett. Stennett gets it over to Stargell. That is out number 1. Rennie Stennett. First appearance in the postseason. Sixto Lezcano facing Candelaria. 2-8, and he hits a double to the gap. 1 out. Lezcano is on second. Cecil Cooper comes up. 1 away. 1-7, and he hits a double to bring Lezcano home, and that might be it for the Candyman. Sixto Lezcano scores, and we're watching Chuck Tanner walk out to the mound. And Enrique Romo comes out to relief pitch for John Candelaria. Cecil Cooper just doubled in Lezcano. He is on second with 1 out. Ben Ogilvy comes in to face Romo. 2-11. Hard ground ball to second base. Rennie Stennett. He gets it over to Stargell for out number 2. He was able to check Cooper at second, so Cooper does not advance. So with 2 outs, that's going to bring up that guy. Charlie Moore, the all-league catcher. 110, and he hits a single, 2 stars. Cecil Cooper scores. Another hit and another RBI for this crazy, stinking hero of the series for the Brewers. He's been almost a one-man wrecking crew in the World Series here. Make that 8 for 18. Now 6 RBI instead of 5. Gorman Thomas. 3-6, and he hits a hard rap at Phil Garner. Garner mitts it. The line drive. But the Brew Crew scores 2. The old ball game. Phil Garner leads off bottom of the 7th. 2-5, and he lines it hard at Sal Bando. Bando reaches his glove up, and he snags that line drive for out number 1. Catcher Ed Ott. It's Otter nonsense. 2-8, and hits a long fly ball to right field. Sixto Lezcano is back, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Tim Foley. 2 out facing Slaton. 5-7, and Foley goes down swinging for out number 3 in the bottom of the 7th. Pirates are running out of room. And your score after 7, Milwaukee 7, Pittsburgh 1. Robin Yount leading off the top of the 8th. Facing Romo, 6-8, ground to short X. Foley is a 3 with a 13. Ground ball hit to Tim Foley, and Foley boots it. E6 for Foley. Robin Yount is on first. Sal Bando comes to the plate. Enrique Romo lined up in the pitch. 4-4, and he issues a walk to Bando. Pirates are not doing anything right in this game tonight. The dice are not with them. Jim Slaton comes in, and he's going to lay down a bunt. And he rolls a 10. Lead runner is thrown out by the pitcher. Fielder's choice. So that is 1-5 on Yount. Fielder's choice for Slaton. Bando makes it the second. 1 out. We're back to the top of the order with Paul Molitor. Facing Enrique Romo. That is 6-6. Ground ball, second base X. Stennett is a 3 with a 15. Hit sharply to Rennie Stennett. Stennett snags it, gets it over to Stargell for out number 2. Could not check the runners. So that allows Bando to get to third and Slaton to get to second. Molitor goes down, and Sixto Lezcano comes up with 2 outs. 4-4, and Lezcano draws a walk to load the bases in the top of the 8th inning. Files in line right behind Bando and Slaton. And here is Cecil Cooper facing Enrique Romo. Romo's trying to shake it off. 1-7 and a 2-star single. Cecil Cooper. That'll be 2 RBI. Bando scores. Slaton scores. Lezcano makes it to third. Those are both unearned runs. You presume, well, Yount was out. You presume an out. Molitor was second. I don't think those are unearned runs because the guy with the error did not score and was out. A second out happened. There is no third out yet. Those are earned runs. Even though there was an error in the inning, those are both earned runs. So, Cecil Cooper, 2 RBI single. Lezcano at third. Ogilvy comes up. 4-10 catcher's card X. Ott is a 3 with a 5. And the pop-up, Ed Ott's underneath it. He drops it. He drops it. Ogilvy safe at first. Cooper goes to second. Lezcano scores. Pitching change. Robinson will come in relief. We got to keep track of this. We got men on first and second, 2 outs. Charlie Moore at the plate. Robinson on the mound. 4-9, and Robinson gives up a 2-star double. Sends Ogilvy around to third. Cecil Cooper scores. This ball game is getting well out of hand. Gorman Thomas comes to the plate for the Brewers, looking to keep the bludgeoning alive. 4-9 and a 2-star double. Ben Ogilvy scores. Charlie Moore scores. 2 RBI double for Gorman Thomas. 2 outs. On second, Robin Yount, who started this whole thing with an error. Second time through the order, grounds hard to Foley. Foley gets it right this time. Over to Stargell, out number 3. 6 runs plated by the Brewers in the top of the 8th. In the 8th, Pirates are up. John Milner is going to lead off as pinch hitter for Don Robinson. 6-9 off Slaton's card, hits a rocket shot at Robin Yount, and Yount stabs out there and grabs it. Keeps that from becoming a base hit, so that is 1 away. Omar Moreno coming up to the plate to face Jim Slaton. Slaton is not in a hurry to leave the game, especially if he can keep going. I mean, he's not in danger of losing. Moreno strikes out at the hand of Slaton for out number 2, and in his first appearance in the postseason in the World Series, Rennie Stennett, second baseman, 4-2, draws a walk. So Stennett is on first. Dave Parker comes up. 4-6, ground short X. Yount is a 2 with an 8. Hard ground ball hit to Robin Yount. He scoops it up. He gets it over to Cecil Cooper. Routine ground ball, and that is going to end the 8th inning. Your score right now, Milwaukee Brewers 13, Pittsburgh Pirates 1. No lack of emotion, going to try to get this done quickly. Sal Bando facing Grant Jackson, relief pitcher. 4-8, ground to short. Foley's a 3 with a 20. Roll again with an 11, and he gets it over to Stargell, out number 1. That's going to bring up Slaton staying in the game. 5-9, fly ball to center. Omar Moreno camps under it for out number 2. Paul Molitor comes to the plate. Pitch from Grant Jackson, 4-7, and Molitor goes down swinging. Strike 3. Time for the Bucks. Willie Stargell facing Slaton. Bottom of the 9th, 4-8, and Stargell gets a single. He's on first. Bill Robinson comes to the plate. Slaton's pitch. 4-3. Catcher's card X. Moore's a 2 with a 6. And that is out on a dribbler, but that is going to send Stargell to second. So we'll call that 2-3. Come on. Almost there. Phil Garner. 1 out. Stargell on second. 2-5. He gets the 1-star single. Stargell to third. Ed Ott comes up